Just in the last few moments, right behind us here in a Cook County courtroom, Jussie Smollet was remanded into custody. He has been sentenced to 30 months probation, which will include 150 days, which he will have to spend behind bars here at the Cook County Jail. He was just taken into custody. He was screaming as he was escorted out of the courtroom, "I am not suicidal," and continuing to proclaim his innocence. He will also have to pay over $120,000 in restitution. He faces a $25,000 fine, and again, he is now going to be spending the night, as of now, behind bars in a Cook County jail. We want to show you now what has unfolded over the last several hours here today.
Court's in session.
In court today, prosecutors sharing a letter from the city of Chicago and its police department speaking to the damage Smollet has done.
A cost that can never be measured. It's the harm caused by reducing the likelihood of actual victims of hate crimes willing to report these crimes.
The city also claiming Smollet's hoax cost police more than $130,000 in overtime to chase down a threat that didn't exist. Today sentencing the latest chapter of a bizarre, years-long legal saga. In 2019, Smollet claimed two masked men hurled racial and homophobic slurs at him, threw chemicals at the Empire Star, and tied a noose around his neck. There were doubts the incident was legitimate, but he spoke out about the alleged attack.
If I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot.
Soon after, Chicago police announced Smollet staged the whole thing with two associates.
Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations?
His associates, the Osundairo brothers, testified against the actor, saying Smollet paid them to attack him outside his Chicago home. Smollet testified there was no hoax, but a jury convicted him. Smollet's defense submitted over 80 letters in support of leniency. Today, his older brother and 92-year-old grandmother speaking directly to the judge.
Jussie does not have malice or hatred toward anyone, and it is truly unfortunate that his reputation has received so many negative connotations.
And I ask you, the judge, not to send him to prison. If you do, send me along with him.
And Jussie Kirch back with us live from Chicago. Jussie, you mentioned that there was an outburst from Smollet as he was led away. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I want to read to you his final words as he was escorted out of the courtroom by the justice officials. "I am not suicidal, I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago." And this is significant, Gabe, for multiple reasons. First off, earlier in the proceeding, Smollet was asked directly by the judge if he wanted to say anything. Smollet's legal team had said he was not going to make any comments alluding to the possibility of an appeal, and Smollet declined to speak earlier. And also, the judge, as well as the prosecution, had been pointing out that because Smollet has been convicted, he essentially perjured himself when he testified in court, saying that there was no hoax. And again, Smollet's final words as he was escorted out of the courtroom, convicted and now sentenced to time behind bars, were that he was still innocent. Gabe?
And Jussie, we're being told that we now have part of that outburst. Let's play it.
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this.
And Jussie, we just heard from Smollet right there just moments ago, the breaking news. Has there been any reaction from his family at this point?
We do expect to hear from his defense attorney outside of the courtroom now.